How's it going, guys? I'm here to review Saw 2004.
Who is that? Who's in there?
So Saw is one of the biggest horror franchises of all time, and it's distributed by Lionsgate Pictures. This film was directed by James Wan, and James Wan, of course, directed Fast and Furious 7, Insidious, and the Conjuring movies. So before all that, this is one of his earlier films, or he's one of his most earliest projects slash independent films, as you can say, but not knowingly that this film will turn out to be a successful franchise, like I said. So the plot begins with a character named Dr. Gordon, or Lawrence Gordon, trapped with another mysterious person named Adam. They're both chained up. They're all alone. They're locked up in a desolated, isolated bathroom. That's right, bathroom.
Hello, Adam. Dr. Gordon. I want to play a game.
And this movie has like a psychological, like crime slash like a thriller feel. Kind of like, it kind of reminds me of Seven and or Silence of the Lambs or Red Dragon, like those type of films. Of course, someone's setting up a game. The mysterious killer, or known as Jigsaw, is setting up all the games, setting up all the traps for his victims, and he chooses his victims very wisely. He chooses the victims that pretty much don't take life for granted, or that takes life for granted, and basically, he takes those who doesn't appreciate life, or who does bad deeds, or who does pretty much bad stuff. Jigsaw pretty much captures, kidnaps, and tortures the just little bitches, pretty much. Little bastards. Mean, rude people that deserve to die and that are just disgusting humans. I know. That was a little far-fetched. So some could argue that's why Jigsaw is compared to Hannibal Lecter, because Jigsaw is like shut up music. To some, Jigsaw is a hero or an anti-hero in this franchise. The point is, Jigsaw picks his victims and he tries to teach these victims a lesson to value life and to be reborn, to value that life. And then you are then introduced to two detectives. One of them is played by Danny Glover, who was in all these cop movies such as Lethal Weapon and Predator 2. Danny Glover, which is his character's name, is Detective Tapp. Detective Tapp and his partner are trying to, of course, crack the case of who is Jigsaw, like why is Jigsaw doing this. Pretty much they're trying to track down the Jigsaw killer. So what I love about this movie is that it gives you more backstory of each of these characters, and it gives you little flashbacks of what makes the characters what they are now in this movie. And it always does that in every sequel, and that's what I love about the Saw franchise. Each sequel, just the flashbacks, the connections, it always connects to one movie or the other in one way or another fashion, if that makes sense. They're all connected. The point is, Dr. Gordon and Adam have to work together, and they have to solve these tasks. They have to solve all this puzzles, to like this mystery, to see who's doing this to them, and they have to play all these games where they have to survive. They have to work with each other to survive and get out of the bathroom. Of course, this movie is called Saw for a reason. Jigsaw timed them. If they don't get out of the bathroom in time or unlock those chains, they're going to be stuck in that bathroom pretty much forever. So of course, if they can't find a key or anything that can help them get out of the situation, their last resort is a literal saw to cut off their foot, because their feet is chained up to the wall or a pipe in the bathroom. So they're pretty much fucked either way.
Hello. Do you want to play a game?
And of course, every Saw movie has a twist ending, and every twist ending leaves you like in shock, like whoa. And not only just that, the twist endings always have like explanation of what was really going on throughout the movie. So when I watched this for the first time, I thought it was an amazing twist, and nobody saw it coming. Well, at least the people I saw it with, no one saw it coming. So each movie, or each Saw movie, always has a twist, and this movie, the original Saw, this classic right here, has the best twist of all time, any of the Saw movies. So obviously I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. This movie is a classic. It's pretty much one of the best horror films of all time, one of the best modern horror films of all time, and pretty much one of the best like crime thriller movies of all time. Like it goes up there with the Silence of the Lambs and Seven movies. It just goes right up there in that level. And the sequels, I mean, yeah, I understand why people don't really consider this a good franchise, because as the sequels go, it gets more gorier and gory and less story. It gets less story, more gore, more traps, more just pretty much, it's basically like a gore porn, or it's torture porn. That's what most people would call it. Hostel, Eli Roth's Hostel movies, it's in the same category as torture porn. I guess back in the 2000s, the whole decade, torture porn was a thing for horror movies. Gets as much as violence and gore as possible.
Find the path through the razor wire.
Technically speaking, he's not really a murderer. He never killed anyone.
Dr. Gordon, your aim in this game is to kill Adam. If you do not, then Diana will die.
He finds ways for his victims to kill themselves.
But Saw is such an iconic movie that it became so popular to the point where, like I said, it made so many sequels, it made video games, it made comics, it made collectibles, shit. Even 6ix9ine has a tattoo of Jigsaw on his cheek, and Jigsaw is the killer. But yes, but his mannequin, or his that's Billy the Puppet. He's like the trademark, or one of the trademarks in this franchise for sure. So that was my review of Saw 2004, a truly classic movie. I loved it. I would rate this movie a 9 out of 10, one of the best horror films of all time. This is pretty much one of James Wan's best work of all time. So I highly recommend this movie if you guys are a horror fan. If you guys haven't seen it, like I said, if you're not a horror fan, highly recommend it. So that was my quick review of Saw 2004. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
He doesn't want us to cut through our chains. No! He wants us to cut through our feet.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Only in theaters. Only 1 week.
He helped me.
If it's Halloween, it must be Saw.
Live or die. Make your choice.